Okay, so in this lesson we'll be learning about the guitar. I'll be teaching you what you need to look out for when you want to buy a guitar. But before we do that, let's get into the anatomy of the guitar. That's basically the entire structure of the guitar. If you're equipped with this knowledge, it will make it easier for you to understand what to look for when buying a guitar. Okay, so let's start with the headstock. So the top part of the guitar, the section over here, that's called the headstock. And on the headstock, we have these little things over here called the tuning pegs. Alright? These are used to tune the strings on the guitar. And as you might know, on the acoustic guitar, there are 6 strings, and as well as on a classic guitar, but on a bass guitar, the strings might vary. You also get a 12-string guitar, but let's focus on the 6-string acoustic guitar. Over here, the section over here, this little piece of plastic is called a nut. Some guitars, the nuts might be metal, but on most modern guitars, acoustic modern guitars, these are plastic. Okay, let's move over to the fretboard. This entire section over here is called the fretboard. The reason it's called the fretboard is because of these little things over here, these metal strips. Okay, these metal strips are called frets. So what we initially do when we play the guitars, we would press the string down against the fret to create a different sound or a different tone or pitch. I'll show you later on how to fret the strings. The entire section over here where the fretboard lies on is called a neck. So I'm just going to flip the guitar a bit. This entire section over here is called a neck. Alright, so when people say play on the neck or on the fretboard, they refer to this section. Alright, so you will notice on most guitars they should have these little dots. These are called the inlays. Mine unfortunately doesn't have a dot over here on the 3rd fret, but other guitars will have a dot on the 3rd fret. So I'm just going to flip the guitar over a bit. This section over here where the neck meets the body of the guitar is called the heel. Alright, this is the heel. And as we move over here, this entire section over here, this is the body of the guitar. This is where the sound vibrates and resonates and it comes out of the sound hole in order to produce a sound. So the little hole over here is called the sound hole. So if I play a sound, or if I play a chord or anything on the guitar, the sound vibrates within the body and comes out. That's why it's called an acoustic guitar. Okay, moving over to the section over here. This is called the bridge. Okay, now on the acoustic guitar, this little plastic thing over here is called a saddle. Right? So you will see the saddle and the nut on top. These guys, they usually keep the strings above the fretboard, right? The nut and the saddle, okay? And over here, the black thing is called the pick guard. It's called the pick guard for a reason. So if I strum and my plectrum touches this board, it kind of protects the body, okay? Then lastly, this little guy in my hand, this is called a plectrum, or short, it's called a pick. We use this in our right hand in order to play some notes. Okay, that's the basic anatomy of the guitar. I haven't explained all the details, as we will be explaining the details in the more advanced courses, but this is enough to get you started with the acoustic guitar.